Bismillah, welcome to episode 3. So, what we have so far, we have a board, we have shared it with a coach or an accountability partner, we have looked at the big areas of our life, the big whys, the big areas, why they're important to us, and we have, labeled them or colored them. Okay, so what we will do now is we want to describe how success looks, right? So, for example, if you want to look at it, from a year from now, and you want to call it yearly accomplishments, right? Then you probably want to put in some ideas or some sort of a notion of what would you like to have achieved for these different areas, right? So, for example, in your relationship with Allah, it could be like, read Quran with understanding 3 times, right? It could be that you want to say that being able to understand, I don't know, 75% of Quran in Arabic, something, whatever it works for you, right? Always thinking about Allah first, whatever works for you, right? Okay, so that this could be, then you would basically label them, right? So look, edit labels, you're gonna put that this belongs to this category, save, edit label. Okay, now you may have something for your, let's say, health and fitness, being able to lift an X amount, right? Or run, an X amount. Or you might have like physical metrics, right? So, weigh, right? It could be body fat, whatever. So whatever works for you, you can put in something, right? So this is what you're aiming for. This is how success would look like. This is how things would be. So I'm going to label that like that. Okay, and so you can move it at the end as well, right? When we have more lists. So, and okay, relationship with a spouse, right? So you may want to use some sort of scoring, feeling loved, or spouse feeling loved score. You want to probably, so you probably want to capture what's the score today and how it will look at year end, right? And then again, you can change the label and you can call it family, right? You can also have other scores, like for example, respected, right? Or significant, so feeling significance, right? You can also have, for example, growth, right? Other things. So whatever works for you, how do you define success? And then again, there's no right or wrong. You have to start with something and you can improve that over time. So let's change that to, okay. Likewise, you can do other things. For emotional mastery, it will be like, self-confidence level, assertiveness level. It could be your, anger management, or, number of times that you totally freak out, right? So whatever works for you, you can write down some, concrete goals, some concrete vision of how things should look in a year. Or it could also be in a month, it could also be in a quarter, whatever works for you. Let's say for argument's sake, we are probably trying to use something that we want to achieve in a year. And then there's another concept here basically that I'll quickly show you, is that you can put in due date, right? So let's say, we'll say this is 2018, and I'm going to say the 30th December of 2018, right? And once you have a due date, then you can basically check it off. So this is something that you can review a year from now. If you are doing something for a month or a quarter, again, you would do the same thing, right? You also have this cool thing about, for example, stickers, right? So you can go there, get a sticker, be more creative if you want, right? So again, you could have that sort of thing, just because visualization helps, right? It really helps. So because then you have a clear picture of where you're going, and will help you to make the effort to do the hard work. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. So what we have talked about so far, we've basically, tried to put in some sort of a success. How would success look like for those areas, right? And then again, you can do similar things for your business, your career, your different areas of your life. All right, so with this, we'll end and we'll continue in the next episode. Assalamu alaikum.